Good morning, YouTube. For me, it's Wednesday, the 1st of April. April Fool's Day, 2026. And hopefully, if all went according to plan, we have people on the way to the far side of the moon. No, they're not landing. They're not landing on the moon. Not this trip. But they have the potential to be the farthest humans to travel from the Earth. Think about that. That's, what is it, Artemis 2, right? Artemis 2? Is that what it is? So, we have people going, well, by now they should be in space, traveling to the other side of the moon. And they'll be far enough away from the moon that they will be the farthest humans to ever travel in space, distance from the Earth-wise. Possibly, depending on a couple different factors. They might just fall short of that just a little bit. Anyway, that's fascinating times. Fascinating times we live in. Yes, it is Wednesday. It is raining, as you can probably hear. And as a result, it's probably a lot of noise. I just saw a sign here in central Pennsylvania for gas, $4.20. $4.20. I don't know if that's a joke or serious. I'm gonna need to get gas. Probably today. Provided the world doesn't turn upside down. Today is a travel day for me. I will be driving to work per normal and all the good stuff, doing my normal routines, but in the evening I'll be hopping on a jet plane and heading for parts that I know. And tomorrow, Good Friday for you, I'll probably put a travel vlog out. Maybe we'll give the new camera a spin. So yesterday, if you watched the video, it was like ghost stories. Ghost stories from my local area. There's more ghost stories. My angle with that is history. That's my favorite part of the paranormal stories. I don't really care too much about modern ghost stories, you know, and in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I like the movies. Like I like Poltergeist. It's a great movie. The Exorcist always scared the crap out of me. The first Paranormal Activity movie, when it came out, I loved it. So the horror aspect of everything, of fiction, I really like when it comes to ghost stories. fiction, or I guess depending on your perspective of the paranormal, non-fiction. I consider it non-fiction because people experience something, whatever it is. They have legitimately experienced something. What that something is, I don't know. And honestly, the people that act like they actually knew, well, I think they're full of it. I think that there's a lot of people that act like, try and take advantage of others. That's just my opinion. I really, really like the folklore aspect of those stories, particularly when there's some history involved and there's, the old folklore that comes, especially from an area like this where you have a lot of, you have history. You have history of people living in this area for a long time, colonial days. And in this area, there was a lot of isolation, especially early on. People came here after the various treaties that were signed with the natives to make a living. And the first settlers, they didn't have anyone else, they had themselves. Some people lived here, came here just to be isolated. And when you talk about central Pennsylvania in those days, you had all the conditions you have currently. You had a thriving bear population, thriving wildlife, but something you had then that is not present now: panthers and wolves. And they were plentiful here. There were a lot of wolves. There were a lot of predators until man moved in and hunted them to extinction. The eastern panther is completely extinct now. Here in this part of the Alleghenies, the most familiar eastern panther is the Nittany lion. And there is a taxidermy Nittany lion in the All Sports Museum at Penn State University. But that's about as close as you can get to a Nittany lion, a real one at this point, because they're all gone. Also, the wolf population. Wolves used to actually hunt humans in this area. Well, the wolves were hunted down and they are also gone. And I don't know if that was a different species of wolf here, like the panthers were different. There were also native tribes still here, even though the people that claimed the land, the native peoples that had claims to this land, signed agreements to sell or give that land over to the colonial government here, Pennsylvania, William Penn. There were still tribes in the area. I mean, there was an entire war fought with the French and the Indians, right? And most people settled here after a lot of that. That entire vlog yesterday was about the folklore of the local region, and I love that folklore, and hopefully you enjoyed that vlog. Alright, here's the outro. Dreams, grass, churros. Stay tuned. The end of the week. Good Friday is coming. Tomorrow, I will probably be bringing you a vlog that was edited from above the clouds. All right. We are less than 10 minutes away from Artemis 2 launching. I am recording on my new camera. This is my first recording. Previously, you saw me from this morning, but I thought I would tack this on at the end because I got this new toy. And what's a new toy if you don't use it? So I put this on the end just to see how it would fit in as far as the video goes, how the volume would go. I got to get used to using this thing, obviously. But this is a Osmo Pocket 3. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Oh, hey. Mr. Pokeypants kept going right at my red light. So T-minus about 3 minutes or so till Artemis blasts off. I might make it. I might make it. We'll see. I'm not going to count those chickens before they hatch. Alright. Anyways, I just wanted to see how this thing would work. Do a little add-on to the end of the video from this morning with this footage just to see how it looked, how it sounded, etc., etc. I am going to hurry up and pull into my driveway and go watch history be made live on NASA television on YouTube. Alright, so Artemis actually took off, and that was done. Also, a big contrast right now is that this camera, as I have it pointed to me here in the middle of the night, at night, you can actually see my face in the dark here in the car. Contrast that with any of my other cameras and it just looks like darkness. So I think it's safe to say that the night mode on the Osmo Pocket 3 works really well. And basically that means that I think the entire reason for getting this camera actually works. It actually pays off. But man, watching Artemis take off was unbelievable. That thing just left one heck of a plume in the sky. I could not believe how huge. I mean, I can't even imagine I cannot even imagine what that looked like on the Space Coast and what it sounded like. That's one heck of a rocket. And the astronauts are on their way, which is very nice. Not very evil. Very nice. Okay, so one thing I have to figure out with this Pocket 3 is that as I'm in a moving car, it doesn't stay locked on my face. Whatever this setting is, it kind of moves around. It kind of hunts around a little bit, so we need to figure that out. But in any case, so far so good. I can't wait to see what the results are like in some of the other environments that I'll have this. All right, that's it.